Welcome to Founders Fortitude, Conversations with Audrie, a podcast where we uncover the raw realities of being a founder, celebrating the brilliance of the teams, individuals, and families working tirelessly behind the scenes, and explore the fortitude, the unwavering determination it takes to navigate the twists, turns, and triumphs of entrepreneurship and life itself. Each week, we will share candid conversations, actionable insights, and inspiring stories to empower you on your journey. Whether you're building a brand, scaling a business, an online creator and influencer, or pursuing your passions with relentless drive, let's dive into the grit, grace, and growth it takes to thrive. Let's get into it. Hi friends, let's dive into this week's episode. This week is beyond busy for our team here at Parlay Collective, and why that is because major retailers are having their huge middle of the year sales. And that includes Amazon, that includes Target and Walmart, and you name it, the big box stores are having these huge sales. And every year since I've been in this industry, and even way back when we did, the Black Friday shopping, these sales events are huge. There's so many takes on them, depending on what side of the industry that you land on. And a lot of the times the conversation is small business. And here is where, whether you're wanting to know it or not, my opinion falls into this, how Parlay Collective, my lifelong career, kind of falls all into these large sales, but how can they ultimately support small business? And I created a blog post that has all these tips in there. I've been creating social media posts that kind of is saying like, hey, if you're a small business, whether you're a creator, a boutique, whether it's a brand, or you offer a service, here is what you need to do to compete. Because it's not, let's face it, can you compete with Amazon's shipping? Can you compete with the discounts that they're able to do and stay afloat? And how are they able to create all this buzz around these sales events? And of course, just like you, it takes time to create all this buzz. And how do they do it? And so what I have done and what I want to do in this episode is kind of, let's talk about why, how, and do it, execute it. Let's not use, stop bashing. We all have opinions. It's easy to go low. It's easy to be negative. When I sit around, I can be petty on occasion, but that's wasted time. And I don't like it. I don't like small talk. I like action. So let's take our opinions and put it into action when it comes to our businesses. And so what does that look like? How much will it cost me? I know. Time is money, budget, marketing, all of that. I run a marketing firm. I created our agency to help support small business because they needed to be on these platforms. And let me tell you something, you need to be on all of them. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. If you want movement, you need to show up. I hate this word because I feel a lot of podcasters, marketers, all this stuff, they say these words. They say, be consistent. Fantastic. Thank you so much. We all know that we need to be consistent. And I've always said these words. You have to show up every day. If you work for a company or a job or something like that, you have to show up no matter what, or you'll be fired. So it's the same kind of thing if you own the company. You have to show up. Therefore, it's consistent. The more that you show up, the more that you educate yourself, the more that you help others, the more that you help and build at this company, etc., you go up that ladder. Same thing if you own the company. So now how can we execute the consistency? It's the process, struggle. It is the struggles. It's the process and the structure of what you're actually doing to create that consistency. And so that is with marketing. So here we go. Here's what I said. These are in no priority order. These are in budget. Like if you have a budget or timeline, what can you do right now? Let me tell you something. I don't love to take photos. Now, that was my career. I don't love it. There are days I do not want to shoot. There are days that I stumble upon my words like I am right now. There are days that I'm just like, oh, I'm just not good enough. But I still take the photo, I still take the video, and I still when I know that I'm going to get turned down or something, I still show up. I still make the phone calls. I still sit in meetings. I still have meetings with my team. I still say and do the things because I see the long game. It's not just about the short, quick sell. It's about the long game. So one of the first things that I put in my blog, besides your mindset, is going live. Every platform from TikTok to Facebook to Instagram has opportunity where you can go live. The reason why podcasts are very successful is it gives opportunity outside the one photo, the reel, the 10-second clips that may not really show your personality, because sometimes in those clips we like to be funny, sometimes we like to be serious, sometimes we show our favorite things. Whereas podcasts and going live give you the opportunity to say a few more sentences without hashtags, even though I do catch myself saying hashtag always working or something like that, never not working. But it gives us an opportunity to build community. Going live allows you, and I'm not saying go live for an hour. I am saying 15 minutes every weekday. If it's Thursdays that work great for you, that you know you can show up on Thursday, or you kind of rearrange it as you're starting out to see what is the best time to go live. It doesn't matter if one person shows up or 1 million. What is your messaging? What is your confidence? Creating a community going live. It does not matter if you're a creator, if you're a brand, retailer, service. If you're a service and I know nothing about HVAC, go live and tell me what I need to do this summer if I live in Texas, and educate me, the busy mom that's sitting in the parking lot waiting for my child to come out of a practice or their summer camp. Educate me. How can you be a resource? Going live allows you to give a little bit more voice, and it's free. Can you spare 20 minutes of your time each week to build your community? The statistics show that when you go live, conversion increases, and your analytics, it breaks up the algorithm. So then you start seeing your social media platforms performing a lot better. And then you see a little bit of conversion trickling down because you have now talked, educated, and connected with your audience. So there's one. Another one, let's see, I say that run a sell about the, okay, let's talk about this one. So these are kind of going out of order because I want to talk about these because these are most important. Throw a fun in-person event. We went from all virtual. Now they both have their needs. We went from all virtual, but I don't even want to say 2020, and I don't even want to say those words. You know what I'm going to say. But creating the experience, creating a community in person, getting corrective feedback. Is it corrective, not corrective? Whatever. Getting positive feedback, getting corrected. What's the word? Oh my gosh, I'm getting so embarrassed right now. Okay, anyway, getting feedback, whether it be positive or negative, it's great when you receive that in person. If someone shows you something about your product that says, hey, for instance, I love this dress. I just wish you would do it without pockets because it makes my hips flare out. Everything about this dress I love, but if you ever get the chance to design one without the pockets, I would so love it because it doesn't lay flat and it makes my hips flare out. Now, let me tell you, I say that because I have big hips. So that's not a negative thing. What if you then took that feedback, took the pockets out of the dress, and you sold out of the dress? Because it lays on different figures. So having an in-person event opens up the door for you to listen and talk to your consumer. What are they looking for? Now listen, you you take note, what's feasible. Sometimes, and as a business owner, let me tell you, I hear everybody how they think and want, or, oh, if they were the owner, this is how they would do it. Until you become the owner, and there's certain things that you just shouldn't do or can't do, or it's easier said than done. And believe you me, I have so many opinions and so many things that come at me. Some I take, some I tweak, and some I implement. And just like anything that you do in your business, being open, but really seeing how you can gauge that. But going back to in-person events, it's creating that experience. And I'm a Southern woman, and I love monograms. I love that this scarf, it's monogrammed and it has my initial. I love, we're Texas girls, right? And the hats, and you're getting your hat steamed and it's perfectly to you and it's made for you. That's an experience. And when you have experiences with your products or service and you're connecting and you're making it about them, they see that your brand is for them. And they don't feel like they're being sold to. They're being, oh my gosh, and it's so much fun. And let me tell you something. When you host an event, what do we bring with us? We bring our friends. And it becomes word of mouth. And we're going to this with our girlfriends, with our best guy friends. And it's such a fun time. Sometimes we even go to restaurants where the food's not good, but the atmosphere and the drinks are great. Because it's about the experience. Could you not go to a seafood restaurant where they have hibachi and all of those things, where they cook in front of you, but you can get the same thing without them cooking in front of you? But it's the experience, and that's what in-person events do. And I think that you can scale it large and small. I think a consistent in-person event could even be lemonade, cocktails, hors d'oeuvres. Keep it simple, but maybe make an experience where, hey, let's make this hat together and do hats together. It's all pieces that are already in the store. Style your own hat, have a cocktail, have some hors d'oeuvres, bring your friends, and let's laugh. So, and you can even give back. There's always fun give back items, give back moments, not items, moments that you can do when you're inviting this. And so when you are having these, this brings up another point of mine. So thus, whoa, let's get back. Like you went from big retailers, how can we compete? This is what I'm telling you. Create these experiences during these times. Pull them in, pull them where you are building this community. Now, going back to this live event, hands out to your partners, your strategic partners. Have a partnership with another business. You want to create your own hat or a flower bar or something like that is so fun, but yet you don't have those items in stock. Or, hey, your friend owns one of those travel cocktail bars. Bring them over. Or what is that, the cowboy cannoli or whatever? Call him up. Hey, let's do this. Work together. And then you have different audiences coming in, different crowds. Hey, we're going to be over here at this event. Y'all show up. All audiences start to collide. It brings a handshake, through to everyone, authenticity that you partner with these brands, and it creates an opportunity, which is what I like to call like the corporate referral or the brand to brand, the business to business referral. And what that happens, and whether you're bringing your girlfriend or your guy friend with you to these events, or you're reaching out to I haven't been drinking. I need my lemonade. Your strategic partners, it's a digital referral. It's an event referral. And so that is something I would say that have them during this week. Don't bash. What am I going to do? Focus on you. How can you be reaching out within your community? Okay, so we have strategic partners. We've gone live. We're hosting an event. But how can I can't host an event. I've gone live. What else can I do? Another thing that I really think is important is run daily sales. Come up with strategic sales each day. Make your make your consumer, your clients, have them pick what they want to go on sale. Now evaluate it, right? Like, they can't tell you how much. I mean, we still got to stay in business. But what's one of your favorite items that you would love to go on sale? Take a poll. Listen. Now, don't do it week of. Last minute is not going to get you to win. You need to already be planning this as part of your 2026 plan. Let me tell you, these large box stores, they know what their years look like. They already know what dates these are last year, okay? So already know what you're going to do. I know it's the week of, and you're probably getting all these great ideas, or at least I hope you are. But run daily sales. Create your own sales week. What if that sales week is before these big sales once you find out? What if it is during? It is not about competing with them in the same way. It's about being visible with what you have to offer and why you are a resource. And so another thing is to create urgency and to get a faster conversion would be do a flash sale. Say each day at this time, I'm going to put this on sale. Once the clock hits this sale is over. Guess what I'm going to do? I am going to, in one way or another, convert. I'm either going to engage in what you're sharing or I'm going to buy what you're sharing. And if not, I'm going to set my alarm that when I have the budget, I'm going to make sure when you do this again, I am fully equipped and ready. So these are a few tips. Let me look over to see if there's anything like I missed immediately. So we talked about lives. We talked about in-person event, partner with another company. Let's talk about partnering with creators, or also known as influencers. I will be very honest and very protective over this space with influencers because I've been a part of it for so long. And once you meet the right ones that run their business right and they run it good and they are a resource, they will be so positively impactful to your business. And I cannot express that enough. I see the numbers on what these creators bring to businesses. There are several different ways, and I can talk about this on another podcast, several different ways how you can work with a creator in your business, no matter the type of business. But it's really important to really understand, and I'm going to be honest with you, stop gifting. Stop gifting and expecting conversion like an influencer is to be paid. You will be let down. Stop gifting and stop not sending a brief and a contract. If you want real business, run it like a real business, like a real collaboration, a real partnership. If you just say, well, I gifted them and they didn't do it, they're not. You're not paying them. You're not paying them. You don't like to do things for free. Oh, well, will they get free clothes? Honey, they get free clothes from anywhere. And let me tell you something. Did you steam those? Are they crisp? It is work. Trust me, I do it. Love doing it. Love this job. I have loved if you've noticed, I've been sharing things that I love. Activewear, workwear, all the things. I love outdoors. So share a lot of that. But it is work. Just because they get a free product, it doesn't mean that their electric bill got paid. They still have to create the content. And most creators that you're probably working with probably have a team, i.e. Parlay Collective, us. I know what goes behind. So make sure that you have specific requests. Make sure that you are sending a budget, sending a brief. Do not change how they approach their audience. You don't want to tell them what to say. Now, you can give them a code, etc., etc. And I'm also going to tell you it needs to be more than 15% for a discount. I'm just telling you. We'll talk about that on a whole other podcast. But working with creators and really highlighting the sale, really highlighting community, having them come in and highlight your store and the fun times. Let me tell you something. When we go down to Fredericksburg, you know what makes me have a lot of fun when we go down there? I know that each store I go to, they have an ice chest full of Lone Star. You don't think that makes my husband want to go in there shopping with me? Well, my beer's out. He's got to go in there with me. Hey, babe, I left my purse in the car. Can I borrow your card? Drink that beer. Because by the third one, it comes out of his pocket a little bit easier doing that swipe. Okay, So then another thing I want to talk about is running meta ads, running podcast ads. Those are other things that you got to pay to play, guys. Everybody's budget is different, but gone are the days. Yes, can you go viral? Let me click that button. There's not a viral button. There's sometimes, and the chances are low. There's strategic ways. Our team at Parlay Collective set up strategic, successful ways. And I am so proud of the ads that we've run, the growth that we've seen from running them. We've really leaned in this past year, and I'm so proud of the growth that we have brought to our clients. But running meta ads and running podcast ads. So I highly recommend researching those. We'll dive into podcast marketing. We'll dive into meta ads on other podcast episodes, and I'm so excited to share about that. But I really, really hope that you take this time to really look at your strategic ways that you're promoting your business. It is not competing against Amazon, it's not the same. But recognize your community, recognize how you can really connect and become visible during these big sales events with these larger brands. Have an event during this time. It's not about just beating them. It's about really leaning into your strategy during those times. And what are you bringing to the table to be a resource where it's like, that's on sale over there, but I'm going to spend my money over here because, they're having this event. And then there's enough to go around. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope that these tips were helpful. These ideas were helpful. I will have some other tips in our show notes. I really appreciate you tuning in. And as always, capture, brand, and engage. And let's do big things. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Founders Fortitude, Conversations with Audrie Dollins. For details and links from our incredible guests, be sure to check out our show notes. You might even find exclusive discounts and special items we share that aren't even mentioned during the show. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to leave a 5-star review. It truly helps us grow and continue sharing valuable insights with you. You can connect with me daily on Instagram at Audrie Dollins, AudrieDollins, and don't forget to visit my website at audriedollins.com, where you'll find years of blogs packed with tips and insights to help you thrive. As always, capture, brand, and engage, and let's do big things.